Over the last several days, we have watched the full barbarism of the Zionist settler colonialism laid bare to its purest form. We have watched while settlers and Israeli military police stormed Sheikh Jarrah in a ruthless but futile attempt to erase the Palestinian spirit of Jerusalem, harassing and intimidating families, taunting them, spraying skunk water in their homes, throwing trash at them, throwing stones at them, breaking their legs and arresting them. And we have watched and we have cheered while the rightful residents of Sheikh Jarrah have bravely stood up to defend their families, their homes, their land, and their right to live in the land called Palestine. Jerusalem is and will eternally be Palestinian. We have watched in rage and horror as the Israeli occupation forces laid siege to Al-Aqsa Mosque during the holiest days of Ramadan, bombarding worshippers with stun grenades, tear gas, and rubber-coated steel bullets, injuring more than 460 Palestinians. But we have also watched our Palestinians march over 12 miles to Al-Aqsa to mark Laylat Qadr, defying every Zionist attempt to turn them back. We have watched as they, still fasting, barricaded themselves inside the mosque to heroically defend it from Zionist desecration. Last week, the Zionist entity thought it was turning the screw in Jerusalem, but they have lit a fire. The Palestinians of Lid, Haifa, Jaffa, and Akka have risen up against 73 years of Zionist oppression. The Palestinians of Jordan and Lebanon have rushed the borders, demanding to return to their homeland. Palestinians are defying the colonial borders that separate them and rising up together as a single nation. From Lid to Al-Fahm to Silwan to Majd al-Aqsa, we will not back down. As we speak, the Zionist project is bombing and invading Gaza in a bloodthirsty frenzy. Some people have called it self-defense. We call it what it is, genocide. And we have watched as the people of Gaza continue to remain firm in their defiance, dignified in their steadfastness, courageous in their resistance. We are with our people in the homeland. We uplift our prisoners. We honor our martyrs. We have resisted Zionism for over 100 years, and we will continue to resist until Palestine is free. With them,
Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets?
I believe that we will win. 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 I believe that we will win.
Dear brothers and dear sisters, comrades, I'm from Colombia. I'm a refugee from Colombia. And my people who claim peace today are also claiming peace and social justice and land for Palestine. We are choked with assassination of little kids, children in Palestine. But today in Colombia, the police, the army, the paramilitary groups have been killing kids also in Colombia. And the Israel army, Israel mercenaries have been training the Colombian police. According to 1989 Colombian secret police intelligence report, mercenary Israelis train the Colombian police and the paramilitary groups. Today, that police is killing our people. That police is killing our kids. That police was trained by Israel, the same country who has been killing to Palestine. From Colombia, from Latin America, we claim for social justice. And we also elevate our voice to the sky, asking for social justice, peace, land, and freedom for Palestine. Palestine has been fighting for their land. They have been fighting against the most biggest, powerful terror government on the planet. That government that has been training the Colombian police as well. One day, comrades, one day in the future, Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
And Colombia get peace. And Colombia get peace. Social justice and peace. Free Palestine. Free Colombia.
Free Colombia.
Arriba la lucha de los pueblos del mundo.
But why we're here is because what's happening in Palestine is what's happening in Philippines. We're receiving state terror from our governments. Just like how Israel oppresses Palestinians, the same thing goes with Philippines and its Filipino people. But did you know that Israel is actually funding the NTF-LCAC, which is to end all armed conflict in the local area? Instead of allocating the money to aid, they allocate to military support. And what has happened? Everyone's displaced, people are dying, and the same thing happening here, Colombia, everywhere else. So we unite in one common enemy, which is U.S. imperialism. It destroyed both our countries. We look up to those Palestinian people as well. Their struggle is our struggle.
In this interconnected revolution, we are warriors reawakened to the truth that this colonial project is not an abstraction. If it was, there would be no pushback against those who want to move to burn it all down. We are going to burn it all down through abolition, sovereignty, land back, liberation, and freedom. That is the Aguego Aguada Ongwe way. When you come for one of us, you come for all of us. The oppression of indigenous sovereignty anywhere is the oppression of indigenous sovereignty everywhere. All our liberation is connected. If you don't fight for all of us, you don't fight for any of us. When I say free, you say Palestine free.
Palestine!
Free!
Palestine!
Free!
Palestine!
Free!
Palestine! Palestine!
Yeah, free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
The people united will never be defeated.
The people united
Algeria just a few months from today, late October 1948. We've been grieving since and continue to grieve more loss today as the genocide and displacement of Palestinians continues. I'm honored to stand here and speak up for the love of my life, Palestine, but before I start my poem, I want to acknowledge the fact that the Palestinian movement is a liberation movement. That means we stand with every liberation movement, especially indigenous, black, and trans liberation movements. You cannot be pro-Palestine and be anti-black. You cannot be pro-Palestine and be trans or homophobic. And you cannot be pro-Palestine and not acknowledge that the fact that we are settlers here and actively work to support indigenous communities. But kids like me journey from the colonizer's language to their mother tongue in one single sentence, throat to mouth, throat to calf, then cough, is lost. I call Jiddo and I start with Marhaba Kifak Jiddo and fail to carry the Arabic forward. He asks about my heart and my writing, and I can hear myself lag, unable to find the words that translate from my colonized mind to his rich Arabic understanding. I search my throat for words that can tell how heavy and pained heart is, but my throat chokes as he patiently waits for me to find cough, and my mouth speaks for me again. My heart's okay. I can hear a loaded sigh released from his chest. A white fog clouding his grandchild's brain weighing down my tongue. I'm the product of his displacement. From the pyramids to the Aqsa Mosque, my bloodline travels. Yet I'm a visitor in my indigenous land. I'm an imposter to Arabi and still learning to tune my tongue to the dialect I was denied speaking. A stranger has called me out on my facade, called out my wilting leaves and dry roots, so I sit in shame and I sit in displacement. Where is home and why am I so fluent? They ask. It is almost like they forgot that before the world decided to name them tourists, expats, and so-called citizens, they're colonizers and settlers. It is almost like the people are the reason why I can't grow old by the Red Sea, why I can't have zayt zaytun from my Jiddo's olive trees in Alma. They almost forgot that they created the criteria for civility and deemed all of us savages just to steal our culture and call it exotic.